Well, here we are at Apley Bridge for adventure number 14. We parked up at the marina and we'll be using on this trip our Nicholson Guides number 5 and, as usual, what 3 words. There's plenty of parking here. This is where we parked, but you can actually park inside the marina element itself with the coffee shop just beyond there. And our trip took us from Apley Bridge down to Rodley.
Well, we're here at Apley Marina. I've forgotten the camera bag, so I don't have the gimbal, so this footage will be a bit shaky. I'll try and keep it as steady as possible. But yeah, it's October the 5th, and it's a Saturday. It's supposed to be a gorgeous day, but it's still a little bit cloudy, although there are lots of patches of blue. Pardon? It's the 7th of August, of October, I mean. In the background there you can see Apley Marina coffee shop, where we've just had a coffee before we set off, and we're now just pushing Brian round the marina so we can get onto the canal out of everyone's way, because it's very busy here this morning, lots of boats in and out. So we'll catch up when we're on the water. So we're on the Leeds-Liverpool Canal now, and we're heading out of Apley Bridge and down towards Rodley. If you're following us, you'll perhaps remember that we did, in adventure number 7, we did a trip from Rodley Bridge going towards Leeds, so Rodley to Kirkstall. This is a section that just goes before that, so Apley Bridge to Rodley. Eventually, hopefully, we'll do the whole of Leeds-Liverpool Canal, but this is just another stretch on this October morning. Possibly the last time Brian will be out in 2023 before it gets too cold for us, and then we'll rejoin for adventure number 15 in 2024, hopefully. Well, along with the camera bag, we also forgot a black bag for litter picking. Although, to be fair, we haven't seen that much on the canal so far that we could have collected, but there's been a few bits and pieces. The other thing you'll notice is that we don't have dilbert. We did look at bringing dilbert today, but this section of the Leeds-Liverpool Canal is in a no-fly zone. So we would be flying illegally if we flew dilbert here, because we are right on the edge of a no-fly zone because of the Leeds Bradford Airport. Also, there's a lot of telegraph poles and high power lines, pylons and what have you around here, so it would probably be a little bit dodgy to fly him here anyway. But next time we'll bring him out, and hopefully we'll be able to fly him and get some shots of us on the canal to bore those people that like such things. Despite it being quite busy at Apley Bridge Marina, and we passed a couple of narrowboats on this stretch, this is really quite quiet and peaceful for a Saturday morning. The occasional rumble of a train going past, I think you can hear that now, on the line that's running almost parallel to this stretch of the canal. Lovely paddle on a Saturday morning. Hopefully when we get to Rodley, there's a little tiny tea room at Rodley, and the The information on the website says it should be open today, so we'll stop there for some refreshment before we head back. It's been probably going to be about an hour to get there, and then an hour to get back again. We've got lots of geese now as we approach in Rodley, and there's a swan over there, which obviously we're a little bit more concerned over. But the swan looks like it's being fed at the moment, so we should be alright. But yeah, lots of geese. This is obviously the hangout for geese. I don't think there's a million, but there's a fair few. And then the tiny tea room should just be up here on the left hand side.
So tea, well actually it's not tea, it's a Bailey's hot coffee, and for Kath a hot chocolate at the Rodley tiny tea rooms right on the banks of the river.
Well, we've just left the tiny tea rooms back behind us, back there, and we're now heading back towards Apley Bridge. We've got a swing bridge we've got to go under here. We managed to get through coming this way. I think we just had to drop the seats just a fraction, but that wasn't too bad, I don't think. So we'll see how we go getting through here now.
Not quite sure if I can film this as we go through. We'll see.
Heading now on our way back. So you can see along the banks here we've got a whole bank of gunnera, and obviously it's October now, so they're all starting to go over. The trees are starting to turn, although it's still very mild, so there's still quite a long way for them to start dropping. Now then, you might think that we're being a bit silly, but we've just seen two parrots fly into this tree. And unfortunately, I can't see them right now, but I think they're definitely green. Can't see them, they've gone. Okay, so we're now heading into Apley Bridge Marina, coming up from Rodley. We've just negotiated the slightly aggressive swan, just a few 100 yards back or so, but we managed to distract him with some mouldy bread, so that's all good. And it's turned out to be a lovely afternoon, really warm, really sunny, and this has been not particularly exciting paddle, but just a gentle afternoon on the water, which, you know, what more can you ask for this time of year?
So this is the swan we've recently encountered, and you can tell it's displaying that typical territorial behaviour. We didn't realise it at the time, but the neck goes right back in and it thrusts forward, and they can be quite aggressive, particularly in the spring when they've got young around. We were advised by an old hand on the water to always carry some bread with us, and that distracts the swan so that you can get clear of him and he's not then threatened.
So that's it for adventure number 14. Because we haven't got all the camera equipment, I'm having to do this on my own, and Andrew is filming it. So until next time, keep paddling!